have now accessed the picture of Dr. Sajad Malla, who was detained earlier over his links with Dr. Umar. In fact, Dr. Sajad Malla has been arrested in Pulwama, and this is in connection with the Delhi blast probe that's currently underway. Remember, Dr. Umar Nabi is a resident of Pulwama who allegedly drove the explosive-laden car. That's something that the agencies are looking at and is also linked to Faridabad terror module that was unearthed by the J&K police. Let's go across to my colleague Sahil Sohail joining us live again for more on this. Sahil, we're showing to our viewers the first picture of another doctor who has been detained by the police, Dr. Sajad Malla. Tell us a little bit more about him and his perhaps possible link in this entire white-collar terror module that we are talking about.
Well, he is resident of Budzu in South Kashmir's Pulwama district, and this afternoon police basically picked up him from his residence for questioning. What we are picking up from the sources is that Sajad Malla was basically working as a doctor in Delhi, and he had come to, in fact, attend a marriage ceremony back in his native area in Pulwama district. And security agencies have got this clue that Dr. Sajad Malla was one of the doctors who had, in fact, contacts with Dr. Umar. That's why he is being, in fact, questioned, and that's why he has been picked up from police. We are also equally learning from sources that Jammu and Kashmir police is basically carrying out a verification process where, in fact, doctors who were working in Delhi or in Faridabad area, they are under scanner, and their details are being collected. There could be around, in fact, over a dozen doctors who work outside J&K. So Jammu and Kashmir police is zeroing in on those individuals who work outside and basically checking out whether they had any contact with these doctors who have been arrested in the Jaish-e-Mohammed terror plot case, as well as with Dr. Umar, who is now, in fact, seen as the mastermind of this particular blast, or someone who was behind the wheels that, in fact, blasted in the Red Fort zone area. So as of now, security forces and, in fact, Jammu and Kashmir police is working. Central agencies are also assisting Jammu and Kashmir police in fact connecting the dots, carrying out the investigation, and, in fact, collaborating with Delhi police and other central agencies. So all of these individuals who, in fact, somewhere had came in contact with Dr. Umar or Dr. Adil or, in fact, Dr. Muzammil Shakil, they are under scanner, and they are, so, in fact, expected to be picked up by police for questioning.
Right. Sahil Sohail, request you to please stay on with us. Let me also go across to my colleague Bhavtosh, who's joining us live as well. Bhavtosh, over the last few hours, a lot has happened as far as the probe is concerned in this case. Could you just bring us up to speed with the latest as far as, what the agencies have managed to establish so far as far as the Delhi blast probe is concerned? Officially, of course, we haven't really seen any statement coming in, but what have you learned from your sources? What have they managed to establish?
Well, adding to what Sohail has said, one thing is clear, that Dr. Omar was the person who was driving the vehicle, the car, and he blew himself, whether it was a Fidine attack or whether accidentally the car went off, but it had ammonium nitrate, the same explosives that were recovered from the two rented houses which were on the far-flung area of the backwaters of Faridabad. And the searches went on for 2 days. It got over on Monday evening, and then subsequently we saw the car. In fact, the blast went off outside the Red Fort. And then the investigation started in this case. Ammonium nitrate, the same explosives that were found in Faridabad, were also found at the Red Fort. Now, the content of the explosives consist of ammonium nitrate as well as detonators. The question is whether he was a Fidine or whether he panicked, and when the car was parked for nearly 3 hours inside the Red Fort, was he trying to get in touch with the individuals who were eventually arrested by the Jammu and Kashmir police? Those facts will come out in open, but what has happened is that 9 to 10 individuals have been arrested, including a woman woman doctor who also owe allegiance to Jaish-e-Mohammed. Her questioning revealed that the module is much bigger than what we were thinking from beginning. The investigations have been handed over to the NIA. NIA, in fact, had visited the spot. They are collecting evidence. In fact, the documentation process is on, so the Delhi police would not investigate this case like previously. The 2011 terror attack case outside the Delhi High Court, that was also not investigated by them. So piece by piece, the case would be taken over by the NIA.
Right. Stay on with us, Bhavtosh, as well.